Good morning, students. Today we're going to be talking about performing translations and reflections. We should be able to do these quite easily through the Google Draw application. What I've done is actually put in a few activities that you can go in and show me where the shape should be once they're transformed, so they're translated or reflected today. So I'm going to get started and then we'll address any issues that might come up. So when an object is translated, it is moved from one place to another. To move an object, you do the following. You identify the coordinates of each corner of the shape. So first thing I'm going to do is actually do that. I'm going to go on here and I'm going to identify these. We're going to call this A. And we can call this one B. And this one can be C. So we now need to move each point according to the directions given. So this one says 4 left and 2 down. What I want you to do, and it's the example they're saying there is 4 left and 2 down. What's really, really important is that you could move every point. A lot of people will just move one. You need to move all. That way you make sure that the new shape, the translated shape, is in the position it's supposed to be. Not just one point, but all the points. And once you've moved all the points in, you reconnect them with a ruler or a straight line tool to create that shape. So this one here says move the triangle 5 units to the left and 2 units down. So I'm going to go on. I'm going to do that now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 down. 1, 2. So that means this point here will be my new A. And you can tell it's a new A because it has a hash mark on it. Okay. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 2 down. Okay, so that would be my new B, would be right here. And again, I need to put the hash mark. I'm doing it in color too, just to help distinguish it. And C will move as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then 2 down. 1, 2. And if we go ahead and we put that on, put the hash mark, we should now be able to just connect the points. And if I go from here, we certainly have that. Okay, and there's my new translated shape from the original to the new position. And you can tell it's the new one because of the fact that we have the hash marks on them. Okay, so if we were to try to identify the movements here, how was A moved? Well, same type of concept. Let's figure it out. It went down, and we'll go with blue this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 down, 1 left. So we can go ahead and we can type that in. And 2 left. If I look at B over on the side, this one's a little bit trickier because it's smaller. So I'm going to go back in, try green this time. And I'm going to track it as 1, 2, 3, 4 down, and 2 right. So 4 down and 2 right. And C is just down. And if we track this one as well, I'll go purple, I guess. We've gone down 1, 2, 3 squares. So it's just 3 down. Nothing too complex, but it's basically giving someone the instructions that they would need to follow to move the shape accordingly. And it's something you should have practiced in 5, and we'll be doing again in 6. And in grade 7, yes, you've done it, but you're going to be doing it in combination with other moves that are even more complex. So we have to review these foundation skills first before we get into more complex things like dilations, enlargements, and reductions. Okay? Next, we look at reflections. Now, reflections are a mirror image across our reflection line. So if we look here at this first one, what I'd like to highlight is the fact that these points, what we'd want to do is make sure that they are the same distance from the reflection line. And if you look, the reflection line is actually the y-axis. That's what they've been reflecting across, okay? Same thing on this one. The reflection line is identified by the red line. And it says we have to identify the coordinates of each shape. So if you look here at this one, we have identified, we have A, B, C, and D. And if you look, the reason that this one is done correctly is we have to determine how far these points are from the reflection line. This one was 5 away, so that means A is 5 away on the other side. And that's why it is in this position. B, same horizontal, or excuse me, same vertical, but the horizontal is 1, 2, 3 away. So this one has to be 1, 2, 3 away, and that gives us our point there. C was only 1, so it would be 1 away here. And D is 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and that gives us our position here. Make sure that when you put a new image in, that the hash marks are there. And if you can, it's really helpful if you can go ahead and even type in or put some type of notation and put transformed inside or beside it so that we would know that that is the transformed image. Sometimes, if you have the ability, it's easy to just even highlight this one or change the color. We're going to be limited with some of the things we can do in the activities I have for today. But when you go onto GeoGebra to do some of this on Monday next week, you will find that you can change colors and do all those options right on the machine. So if we go to the next page, we can see here that what we need to do is actually identify points and actually make the reflections. So let's start with this one up top. I'll go with A. We have B, C, there's D, E, F, there's G, there's H, and I. Now, all we need to do is identify how far apart these points are. So B is 2 away, so I go 2 away. And there's new B, and I can label it with my hash mark. C is 1 away, so there's my new C. D was 2 away, so D would be here. Okay. And A on this line is actually 5 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's A way back here. E, and actually I is right below it, so we know I is here, and it's 5 away as well. H was 3 away, it's on the same line, so we can actually go ahead and do that. 3 away, 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3. There's H. Again, make sure the hash mark is there. G and E and F are on the same line as well, so F was 1 away. So there is F. E was 2, so there's E. And G was 1, 2, 3, so 1, 2, 3. And that would be the new G. So all I need to do now that I have the points is actually go ahead and connect them. And it's kind of easier in the sense that we don't have to worry. So we just go A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, to F, to G, to H, to I, and then back to A. And we've actually done a complete reflection of that shape carefully as we've worked our way through. And I can actually just highlight it a little bit on the inside so that I know that that is my transformed image. But as I mentioned to you earlier, we know it's the transformed image because we've got the hash marks here and on all the points of the reflected image. Let's do the one here at the bottom as well. We can go ahead quickly. This will be A. We've got B, C, D, E, and F. And same type of thing. Let's start with the points that are closest so we can get them on. A is going to be 1 away. So, and actually I'll change the color just so we can see it a little bit better. So we'll go with, I don't know, let's go green this time. So A is 1 away on each side. So here we go. There's A. Don't forget the hash mark. And we can go across the plane actually. B was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. C was 1, 2, 3. That means 1, 2, 3 here. Keeping it consistent. Make sure you put the hash mark in. D was 4 away. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we've got it here. I know you're probably thinking, do I really need to move all the points? Well, yeah, because if you don't put them in the right position, one of them, it will actually cause you not to have a proper reflection. If you were doing it by pencil and paper, you could actually erase the lines when you were done if it really was that important to you. But when you're doing it on here, it's good to see them and you can figure out exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay? And as I said, if you wanted to, you could. I can easily just go through now. I know they're in the right position. Just go up to my points. But I'd rather have them in the right position and then not have to worry about it. And then just connect them in order as you go. So I will take the straight edge tool, A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, and then across. And we actually have our reflected image, and I will identify it, just by putting some type of color inside of it so we can see that this is our reflected shape. Okay? Now, sometimes you get these in combination. So what I want to show you here is this one has it that we would reflect the shape translate the shape 4 units to the right and 4 units down, then reflect it over line 1. So we actually need to do the first one and then the second. Now, what I can do with this one is I can make a clone of it, so I will. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the color so we can see it in the moves. But I'm actually going to move it. There we go. I'm actually going to move it properly, though, like I would have shown you before. So it said 4 to the left, 4 to the right. So I'll start with these bottom ones. The middle one's fine, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be my new point there. That should be A. And let's go with B and C. One thing you can do at home too is if you printed this out, you could trace the shape, cut it out, and then move it that way and then tape it down. I know some of you did that with me last year. C, let's go ahead and move C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that was A here. That's my new one. And there's C. And I got to move B. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that would be B. And as you can see, this will fit right inside of it. And there we go. We have our point. Now we need to reflect this over line 1. So all I'm going to do now is clone this again and leave that one where it is. So we'll clone it, and we're just going to change the properties this time. I'll make this one red, I guess. And there we go. Now, I could put this here. It's over line 1, but it's not in the right position because it's not the same number of spaces away. And this is where people get tripped up. So again, I know it might seem tedious, but go ahead, please. And this was half, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5 away. Excuse me. Let's go back. So 1, 2, 3.5. So 1, 2, 3.5. C was 1, 2. So this one's going to be 1, 2. And B was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we just got to label our points. So this one was going to be the new B. And because it's the second reflection or transformation, it gets 2 points. This is C here, and it gets 2 hash marks. And A is here, and it gets 2 hash marks. And that's where our point would be. And we can connect it up, and you can see that it fits right where it's supposed to be. So hopefully this made sense to you. Remember, take the time and be precise. Do the jumps to move things into position. Make sure you're labeling the transformed items with hash marks. If it's a 2 move or a 3 move, the first image will have 1 hash mark. The second image has 2 hash marks. And if it was a third, it would have 3 hash marks for the points. Okay? Thank you very much. Hope this was helpful for you.